This transformation didn't happen because I got more talented. It happened because I stopped practicing the wrong way. You know that sinking feeling? You sit down to draw, you watch the tutorials and you put it in the grind, but the drawing still comes out stiff. It just looks wrong and you can't explain why. That feeling nearly made me quit art entirely. But here's the truth. Your lack of progress has nothing to do with your talent or how consistent you are. You are actually caught in a hidden learning trap that kills progress before you even start drawing. And today I'm breaking down the 5 tiny habits that unlocked my growth. And these aren't generic tips, they are a system. These 5 habits build on each other. So habit 5 is completely useless if you haven't set up habit 1. So we need to go in order. And to understand the first one, let's ask the main question: why you are stuck? Most starters think I love anime, so I'll just draw anime. That sounds logical, right? But in reality, it's a trap. You dive in, produce something awful, get frustrated and get pulled into some new YouTube video and never fix the root problem: your habits. So let's break that cycle and start with the first one, the input detox. See, when you learn drawing online, you encounter 2 types of content. First is deep content. It's actual helpful tutorials that teach real skills or share valuable experience. And the second one is what I call shallow content. It's an art drama, reactions and infinite short-form videos. This shallow stuff is dangerous. It feels like you're learning something, but it doesn't improve your skills at all. And what's dangerous, it tricks your brain into choosing an effortless vibe over focused practice. So instead of improving, you just drain the energy you need to draw. So what should you do to improve faster? The first habit is to ruthlessly block the shallow stuff and consume only material with real depth, like full tutorials, art streams and structured lessons. For example, if you want to get good at drawing fast, you need the right structure to learn and focus on the core skills that make your drawings look clean and intentional, such as confident lines, solid forms and believable lighting. I made a free digital art workbook with a clear structure and simple exercises that help you build those skills step by step without getting overwhelmed. Links below if you want it. Okay, so let's say you've ditched the shallow content and you have the right resources, but then something weird happens. You finally sit down to draw and your brain refuses to focus. So how do you fix that? That's where the second habit comes in, the anti-practice. You probably think I'm about to say learn perspective or draw 100 boxes. No, the most important skill for rapid progress is boredom. What? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the reality. To get good at drawing, you need to focus on one scene for hours. But if your brain is fried from constant scrolling, sitting still feels physically painful. So we need to retrain your brain's ability to concentrate. How? Starting tomorrow, pick one boring daily chore. Doing dishes, laundry or walking the dog. And do it naked. I mean digitally naked. No phone, no music, no podcast, just you and the task. Start with 10 minutes, then 15, 20 and listen, you aren't just doing laundry. You are actually changing your attention span. What it does to you? It literally rewires your brain to stop chasing cheap dopamine and get comfortable with doing difficult work. And what's interesting, after about 2 weeks of this, you will notice a shift. The urge to check your phone completely disappears, and long deep drawing sessions suddenly become your second nature. And that is when the real progress begins. But here's the catch. Being able to focus doesn't guarantee you will improve. In fact, you can focus for 5 hours straight and still get nowhere if you mess up this next part. The real question is, what do you actually do during those sessions? That's where habit number 3 comes in, the permadeath timer. This is the exact method that took me from forcing myself to draw to actually start craving it. See, if you want to get addicted to drawing, you need to trick your brain into treating art like a video game. Here's how you play. Set a timer for 10 minutes. This is your level 1. But we are playing on a hard mode. If you look at your phone, check Discord or get distracted for even 1 second, you die. That means the timer resets instantly to 0. You lose all your progress for that session. This creates immediate, high-stakes pressure. Your brain completely stops wandering because it doesn't want to lose. And the best part, when you finally beat the level, your brain gets a massive hit of dopamine because you won the game. Suddenly practice stops feeling like work and you start to get addicted to it. Now, to make sure I win every time, I use two specific tools. First, I use a physical analog timer. Please do not use your phone. The phone is the enemy. It needs to be in another room. Second, for sketching practice, I swap my main screen for Supernote Manta. It is an e-ink tablet, but I use it as a focus filter. Why? Because it has 0 notifications. But more importantly, it has no colors. Yes, this forces me to stop trying to save a bad drawing with fancy rendering or colors. I'm actually forced to focus purely on structure and the idea. So here's the trick. I sketch the raw concepts here with this ceramic nib that actually feels like real paper, and once the structure is solid, I just export the PSD file to Photoshop and finish it. What it does, it actually keeps my brain in creation mode without slipping into distractions. If you want to check it out, check the link below. But what if you lock in, the timer rings, and yet you still feel stuck? That is a specific trap that Habit 4 is designed to fix. The auto-solve switch. Here's the scene. Pushing through the frustration won't fix the drawing. It will actually just burn you out and actually waste your time. Why? Because your brain has a dangerous glitch. When you stare at a canvas for too long, your brain literally stops seeing mistakes. So you need to trigger the switch. Here's the rule. When you get stuck, you must physically leave the room. Go walk, shower, grab a coffee, do anything mindless. But here's the crucial thing. You are not quitting. You are actually forcing your brain into background processing. And suddenly, while you're just standing in the shower, boom! You got the solution. You go back to the canvas and what looked impossible 20 minutes ago is suddenly easy. So now you have focus, you have the reset, but there is one final danger. You can have perfect focus, but if you apply it to the wrong things, you will stay stuck forever. So how do you ensure you are actually learning? That is the final habit, the source code method. Let's be honest, you can grind anatomy for years, draw 10,000 cubes, but that is completely useless if you still can't draw the characters you actually love. Here's the trap most artists fall into. They look at a pro character illustration and try to copy the result. The rendering, the claws, the details. That's like trying to build a car just by looking at a photo of it. You will fail. You need the blueprint. So we are going to use a two-step cheat code. Step 1. Don't guess how your favorite artist constructs a pose. Find it out. Search for the backstage stuff. Their sketches, their mannequins, or a time-lapse where they show the rough face. What's important, you aren't looking for the pretty colors. Your goal is to find the source code, the specific way they build the body underneath the clothes. Step 2. Now you do the study. But, and this is critical, do not draw the whole character. Ignore the hair, the costume, only draw the construction lines and the gesture. In that exact moment, you stop copying blindly and start seeing the figure like a professional artist. Now, how do you use this new vision? Once you learn how to deconstruct like this, you can look at any character, see the skeleton underneath, and steal that pose for your own artwork immediately. But listen, having the habits is only half of the battle. Now that you know how to learn effectively, you need a specific system to actually design the characters. It is a repeatable 5-step formula that makes characters feel alive. If you want to steal that exact system for yourself, click this video. I break down the entire system inside. See you there.